My name is London Jackson. I'm 17 years old and I attend San Diego High School. Some of my hobbies include video games, reading, drawing, writing, definitely creative writing, listening to music all the time. I do play volleyball. I'm on the track team right now too. I'm captain. We won league championship for the first time in 10 years, which was really awesome. It was a really great achievement. It was a really fun season. Last year was not that great, but we came back and we did some really great things this year. And I was going to run track in 9th grade, but COVID hit and the pandemic pretty much ended that season, and we didn't go back to school the next year. So in my junior year, I played volleyball, and I was more focused on college applications and everything that spring semester. So this is my first year running track since, I would say, 8th grade, basically.
And are you from San Diego?
I'm not from San Diego. I'm from Virginia. I grew up in Northern Virginia. I have 6 siblings. I have 5 brothers and 1 little sister. Grew up in Virginia, Northern Virginia, right outside of DC, the DC area. Coming out to California and really feeling settled and at home here, and being away from what I was really comfortable with in Virginia. So seeing the opportunity that being out here presented to me, it opens so many doors, and this is definitely the best decision I've ever made in my life to come out here to the West Coast. Some challenges, one thing, definitely communicating with them. Because I still had FaceTime, and obviously I could call them, text them, but he was busy. All my other family members back there, they were busy, and I was busy trying to get settled out here and find my way out here. So it was definitely the communicating part and making sure to call, making sure to check in on them. I can't say one person. It would definitely have to be my mom, my stepdad, my dad, and his girlfriend. They are all entrepreneurs. They all have their own businesses and companies, which is very influential on my life, because I definitely aspire to be like that, and I want to work for myself eventually one day. My brother, he's in Virginia. This is his first year. He's a freshman in college. He's majoring in computer engineering. So that was my initial major. So all the other schools I applied to for computer engineering. So, and that's a cap major, so maybe that's why I didn't get into a few of the other ones, but whatever. Computer engineering, yeah, he's majoring in computer engineering. He's definitely somebody I can look up to see how to get through classes, what computer I might need, that sort of thing. And my other brother, he is getting his IT certification, so he's also a really big tech guy. So I'm looking up to both of them for that. I would say COVID, when we first got out of school for COVID, it was just for a little while. Everybody thought we were gonna go back that year, and then the quarantine, it just kept going and going and going. So through all of that, I would say my hardest challenge would be finding the motivation to get up and still find joy in school and being online with Zoom. Yeah, finding motivation to do my best and still be the studious student that I am. I would say don't be afraid to reevaluate your plan for your future. It takes constant reevaluation, a lot of time, definitely a lot of time, and to enjoy the process, really enjoy the process and learn everything you can from your mistakes. Everything happens for a reason, so mistakes are definitely part of the process, and you can learn from literally everything that you do. Everything you do wrong, everything you do right, you can learn from it some way, somehow. It was okay, because I was used to having my older brothers with me at school, so it was a nice little sense of independence. But at the same time, I started feeling more interpersonal with myself. I started connecting a little bit more with myself and seeing things from a different perspective, an outside perspective. The way I dealt with things was a little bit different than how I dealt with things in Virginia. The schools out here, the way I described it, they're a little less cliquey than in Virginia, which is a very nice change. But sometimes I miss Virginia, definitely. It's different because where I go now, San Diego High School, it's all outdoors. in my school in Virginia, all like and through middle school and elementary school, they were all indoors. So that was a change. It was a nice change because of the weather out here. But my definition of success is having options and creating your own schedule, basically. So again, like working for yourself or creating your own schedule. Like you tell yourself when you get to go into work and that sort of thing. Seeing my family happy and seeing other people happy for the right reasons, and other people's success definitely makes me happy. Seeing my family's success, of course, seeing friends' success, seeing my own success. That process was very fun, long, definitely enjoyable. I knew I wanted to come out here for college. I've known that, or like I've wanted to since maybe like middle school. I only applied to 5 UC schools, so a lot less than a lot of other people have applied to. So I got into, let me start with my rejection letter. I got a rejection email like a week ago from UC Davis, and then I got waitlisted for UC Santa Cruz a few days ago. And then last night I got into UCSD for computer science with the specialization in bioinformatics. So it was like, I just clicked on the portal. I was like, cause I thought I had already checked it earlier and they hadn't come out yet. Then I clicked on the portal last night at like 12 o'clock and I was like, oh my God, look at that. And wow.
You had this today.
Exactly. Well, actually up until last night when I got into UCSD, I was thinking of going to the community college for 2 years for free. And I was going to be doing travel abroad programs and eventually transferring into a 4-year after those 2 years. But now I honestly have to reevaluate my plan. Look at that. So I like researching what I can do with my major. So that's pretty much going to be my next steps, that and figuring out scholarships, how I'm going to pay for this. I want to eventually own like a stable for horses, because me and my sister, we're taking horseback lessons right now on Sundays. So it's really fun, like horsemanship, and being around those animals is really cool. It's like amazing. So definitely that. I would also say definitely owning some real estate, homes, traveling. I wanna visit every continent. I'm looking at a few travel abroad programs. Hopefully maybe a few to like Bali, Fiji, Australia. Eventually that would be awesome.